Pink studio, and that means we've got a new craft for you. Oh, whoa. I think I have something on the hook. Hold on just a second and let me reel this one in. Oh my goodness, I got it, and she's a beaut. Now that I've gotten that taken care of, let's jump into today's craft. With summer sneaking up on us and the thought of hanging out on the water, I'm having some serious summertime vibes over here. And I thought today we could whip up some of these cute little egg carton fish to hold us over until we get to be out on the water again. Okay, let's find out what all we're gonna need to grab from around the house for this one. For today's craft, we're gonna need the following: an egg carton, scissors, green and blue paint, paintbrushes and water, some sort of string and yarn, a needle or a toothpick to poke holes in our egg crates, hot glue, beads, and something shiny that we can use for our fish's eyes. All right, you guys, let's go fish.
Step 1. Let's start by cutting out our egg cartons. To do this, you'll want to cut in between the rows like so before trimming around the sides to make half a sphere. This will be the body of our fish. Continue to do this until you have 4 to 7 circles per fish that you want to make. Now that the body is cut out, let's move on to the tail. Cut out one of the spots that an egg sits in. This time, you'll want to keep as much on the sides as you can. Fold it flat and cut along the edges to form a fin-like tail shape like so. Up next is the head. Again, cut out one of the spots that holds the egg. Flatten this out and cut along the edge so that it is smooth and forms a semicircle. It's time to get your paint ready. Set up your space and grab multiple colors of greens and blues. I used a couple of colors that have metallic in them because I wanted my fish to be shiny. Here, I'm going to add a little silver to my paint now that I've painted the body of my fish, and move on to the tails and the heads. So I'm going to paint them in the same manner, but make them a little bit more sparkly with the silver. Once you've let all of your pieces dry, it's time to put our fish together. Take your needle and your thread and tie a bead to the bottom. This will keep the string from pulling through your fish. Now, grab your fin and poke your needle through the bottom before pulling your string through the tail. Next up, add 2 beads to your string before adding the next piece of your body. Continue adding 2 beads and then the next piece of your body until you get to the head. Do the same and then tie off the string once you've pulled it through its nose. If you're making more than one fish, now is the time to put the rest of them together using the same way that we used for the last one. Feel free to make your fish different sizes by using more or less body pieces. Now that you have your fish all together, it's time to add their eyes. I use shiny sequins, but you can use beads, paint, or markers here. Just make sure that when you're placing the eyes, you place them on one side of the string on both sides. For my final step, I'm going to use a little glue and glitter to add a little dimension and pizzazz to my fish, because who doesn't want sparkly fish?
Well, you guys, I never thought that an egg carton could be so cute. I had so much fun making my fish today, and I hope you did too. I love seeing how we can take something that ordinarily holds food and turn it into a fun little fish that we can play with. So show me what your fish look like. Use hashtag craftingwithcor and then go have a blast fishing. We'll see you next time in the Pink Craft Studio for some more crafty fun. Oh, before you go, let's do a real quick cleanup. Let's tighten up our paints, clean our paintbrushes, pack up your extra beads, recycle your cardboard and any other paper you might have used, and oh, save your extra egg cartons because we might have another craft coming up that you can use those too.